Hello dear students, today we will study chapter 5 of class 10, periodic classification of elements. What do you mean by classification of elements? The arranging of elements into different groups on the basis of their similarities in their properties is called classification of elements. It means we arrange similar elements together in groups. The classification of elements into groups makes study of elements easier, where we arrange similar elements into groups. At present, 118 elements are known to us. Out of these 118, only 98 are naturally occurring. Earlier attempt at classification of elements. So, initially, elements were arranged only into two groups called metals and non-metals. The drawback or defect in this classification was that it had no place for metalloids. What are metalloids? Metalloids are those elements which have properties of both metals and non-metals, which were discovered later. Next classification of elements was given by Dobereiner, which is known as Dobereiner triads. Dobereiner classified elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into groups of three elements called triads. In each triad, the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the average atomic masses of the other two elements. For example, you can see here lithium, sodium, potassium. Sodium is situated in the middle of lithium and potassium. If we add mass of lithium and potassium and do total of this and divide it by 2, it comes equal to 23. So we can say mass of sodium is average atomic masses of the two other elements. Again, two other examples are also given here, where mass of strontium is equal to the average atomic masses of the two other elements. Same mass of bromine is equal to the average of atomic masses of two other elements. Here, limitations and drawbacks of Dobereiner triads. Dobereiner could identify only three triads from the elements known at that time. Hence, this system of classification into triads was not found to be useful. Next classification of elements was given by Newland, known as Newland's octave. Newland classified the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into groups of 8 elements called octaves, like the notes of music. He found that when the elements were arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses into octaves, then there was similarity of properties in every 8 elements. You can see here, just like you have notes in music, sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. In the same way, he arranged 8 elements: hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Again, these are 7th element and 8th element was below the first element, and he found that property of every 8th element was similar to that of first element. So this was very good classification of element at that time, but there was also some drawback or limitations, or you can mistakes in Newland's law of octave. First one was law of octaves was applicable only up to calcium. So you can see here calcium atomic number 20. This law was applicable up to only calcium. Up to this element only they followed the rule. Some elements having different properties were placed in same rows, like cobalt and nickel having different properties are placed along with fluorine, chlorine and bromine. You can see here cobalt and nickel which have different properties as compared to fluorine, chlorine, bromine, but they are arranged in their group. Similarly, iron having properties similar to cobalt and nickel are placed in different groups. Iron, you can see here iron which has properties similar to cobalt and nickel is placed in different groups. So there was the limitations or drawback in the Newland's law of octave. It was assumed by Newlands that only 56 elements existed in nature and no more elements could be discovered in the future. But we know at present we have 118 elements in the periodic table. Next classification of elements was given by Mendeleev. Mendeleev's periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic masses. Means Mendeleev arranged elements in different groups in order of their increasing atomic masses. Mendeleev classified elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses and similarities in their properties. The formula of oxides and hydrides formed by the elements was also the basis of the classification of the elements. Mendeleev periodic table has 6 horizontal rows called periods and 8 vertical rows called groups. There are some gaps or spaces left vacant in the table to accommodate the elements to be discovered in future. So Mendeleev left some gaps in his table and those elements were discovered in futures. Merits of Mendeleev periodic table. Merits means what was the good qualities or what was the positive things in Mendeleev periodic tables. Number 1. Elements were classified on more fundamental basis of their atomic masses and properties. Spaces were left vacant to accommodate the elements to be discovered in future. It could predict the properties of elements which helped in the discovery of new elements. So, the elements which were not discovered at that time, even Mendeleev predicted the properties of those elements according to their position or space vacant in his periodic table. The inert gas elements discovered later could be placed in separate groups without disturbing the table. At that time, inert gas means 18 group elements were not discovered, and when they were discovered, they were be placed easily in the Mendeleev periodic table. Drawback or limitations or mistakes of Mendeleev periodic table. Some elements are not arranged in increasing order of their atomic masses. So you can see cobalt is placed before nickel. Mass of cobalt is more than nickel, but it is placed before the nickel. Position of hydrogen is not clear because it shows properties similar to metal as well as non-metal. So Mendeleev could not place hydrogen properly, or he could not decide where to place it. Position of isotopes of elements is not clear because isotopes were not discovered that time. So these are the drawbacks of Mendeleev periodic table. What do you mean by formula of oxide and hydride? When you observe here in group 1 elements, you can see valency of group 1 elements is +1, and when hydrogen is attached with it, its valency is -1. So when we crisscross their valency, formula will be LiH. You can see here RH. RH means element with H. Here example we are taking LiH. Formula of oxide, how can we calculate? Lithium valency +1, oxygen valency -2. So when we crisscross, formula will be R2O. You can see here formula of oxide of group 1 element is R2O. Again, if you calculate formula of group 2 element, oxide and hydride. So group 2 element example you can take magnesium. Magnesium valency is +2, oxide valency is -2. Crisscross, when we do crisscross, so formula will be MgO or RO. R means element of that group. Again, if I make hydride of magnesium, then valency of magnesium is +2 and hydride is minus. So when we crisscross it, formula will be MgH2. Here you can say RH2. So you can find out formula of oxide and hydride by this method. So here is a clarification of when Mendeleev left some gap in his periodic table for elements which were not discovered at that time. Mendeleev named them by prefixing a Sanskrit name Ika. Ika means 1 to the name of preceding elements in the same group For example, scandium, gallium, germanium were not discovered at that time. You can see here scandium, gallium, germanium. Mendeleev left gap for these elements, but here it is written, but it was left as gap. So they were not discovered at that time and discovered later. Have properties similar to Eka boron, Eka aluminum and Eka silicon. You can see here Eka boron, Eka aluminum and Eka silicon. So they were placed below these elements which were discovered, already discovered element, they were placed below this. Gaps were left below these elements. And later on when these elements were discovered, they were placed below these elements which were have similar properties. In 1913, Henry Moseley showed best way to arrangement of elements in modern periodic table, and he gave modern periodic law. Modern periodic law states that properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. So you can see here it is modern periodic table in which there are 7 periods, 18 groups. Here you can see that alkali metals are placed in group 1, alkaline earth metal in group 2. These are transition metals. Here we have poor metals in blue. These are non-metals. And here we have noble gases in group 18. In the modern periodic table, a zigzag line separates metals from non-metals. The borderline elements boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium and polonium shows some properties of metals and some properties of non-metals and are called metalloids or semi-metals. You can learn these metalloids like बस जी आज सब पास, बस जी आज सब पास. This figure I have taken from class 9th book and is showing atomic structure of elements up to atomic number 18. Here you can see this is nucleus, this is shell 1, shell 2 and number of electrons are increasing from lithium to neon. You can see here in outermost shell 1 electron, 2, 3, 4 electron, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is third period, elements of third period and 3 shells, 1, 2, 3. And numbers of electrons in outermost shells are increasing. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now can you draw atomic structure of potassium and calcium? In the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic numbers, having 7 horizontal rows of elements called periods and 18 vertical columns of elements called groups. Periods. There are 7 periods of elements as follows. First period has 2 elements, hydrogen and helium. Second period has 8 elements, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Third period has 8 elements, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. Fourth period has 18 elements, potassium to krypton, called long period. There are 18 groups of elements. In modern periodic table, 18 vertical columns are known as groups. In first group there are elements hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. These are, except hydrogen, highly reactive metals. In second group we have elements beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. Group number 3 to 12 are not in class 10th course. So now group number 13. Group number 13 elements are boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, nihonium. Group number 14 elements are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, flerovium. Group number 15 nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, moscovium. Group number 16, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, livermorium. Group number 17, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetylene, tennessine. Group number 18, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, oganesson. So these are the elements from group number 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, how to learn the name of these elements? Group 1 elements can be named as or learned as हलीना की रब से फरियाद, हलीना की रब से फरियाद. Group number 2 elements, बेटा मांगे कार स्कूटर बाप रोए, बेटा मांगे कार स्कूटर बाप रोए. Now group number 13, बैंगन आलू गाजर इन थैला. Group number 14, नाना पाटेकर असरानी सब मैकडी गए. Group number 15, नाना पाटेकर असरानी सब मैकडी गए. Group number 14, कसी जीन्स पंजाबी दी. Group number 16, उससे टीपो. Group number 17, फालतू की बातें आई एट टीएस. Group number 18, हीना, नीना और कैटरीना का एक्सरे रंगीन. Now let's learn period number 2. Period number 2, here we can learn it as बक नो फनी, फनी बातें मत बक, बक नो फनी. Properties of elements in periods and groups. Periods means when we move along this line and groups means when we move along this vertical columns. First of all, we will study about valence electrons. So what do you mean by valence electrons? Number of electrons in outermost shells are known as valence electrons. In a period, the number of valence electrons increases from 1 to 8 from left to right and the number of shell is the same. For example, here I have written elements of second period. So you can see atomic number of these elements is written here: lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, fluorine 9, neon 10. First of all, we do electronic configuration of these elements. Electronic configuration of lithium is 2 1, beryllium 2 2, boron 2 3, carbon 2 4, nitrogen 2 5, oxygen 2 6, fluorine 2 7, and neon 2 8. So you can see the outermost electron. Electrons in outermost shell in lithium is 1, beryllium 2, boron 3, carbon 4, nitrogen 5, oxygen 6, fluorine 7, and neon 8. So electrons present in outermost shell are known as valence electrons. And you can see that number of shell remains same in elements of period 2. You can see here we have two shells K and L, K and L, K, L, two shell again, K shell, L shell. Nitrogen, first 2 electrons goes in K shell, next 5 electron in L shell, K, L, K, L, K, L. So all these have 2 shells. In a group, the number of valence electron is the same for all the elements, but the number of shell increase from top to bottom. For example, you can see here hydrogen, atomic number 1, electronic configuration 1, valence electron 1, shell 1. So hydrogen has only one shell. Lithium has atomic number 3, electronic configuration 2 1, valence electron 1 and shell 2. Sodium, atomic number 11, electronic configuration 281, valence electron 1, shell are 3, number of shells are 3, K, L, M. Potassium, atomic number 19, electronic configuration 2881, Valence electron, number of electron in outermost shell is 1. Shells are 4. K, L, M, N. 4 shells are here. Valency. Valency of an element is a measure of its combining capacity with other atoms when it forms chemical compounds or molecules. If element has 1, 2, 3 or 4 valence electrons, its valency will remain same. If element has 5, 6, 7 or 8 valence electrons, its valency will be 8 minus 5 is equal to 3, 8 minus 6 is equal to 2, 8 minus 7 is equal to 1, 8 minus 8 is equal to 0, respectively. In a period, the valency of the elements increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases from 4 to 0 from left to right. For example, in second period, elements are lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Atomic number is written here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Electronic configuration is also given here. Valence electrons, number of electrons in outermost shell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So their valency, how to calculate their valency? If element has 1, 2, 3, 4 valence electron in outermost shell, its valency will remain same as 1, 2, 3, 4. And if elements have 5, 6, 7, 8 valence electrons, then its valency will be calculated by 8 minus 5 3, 8 minus 6 2, 8 minus 7 1, 8 minus 8 0. In the group, the valency is the same for all elements of the group. You can observe here for group 1 elements, here hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, valence electrons are 1, 1, 1, 1. So their valency will be 1. Atomic size, radius of atom. In a period, the atomic size of elements decreases from the left to right because the nuclear charge, number of proton increases, and so the electrons are pulled closer to the nucleus. For example, in second period you can see here elements are lithium, beryllium and bucnophenine, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Atomic number is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Electronic configuration 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Number of proton is equal to number of electrons. So you can see here electrons are 3, protons are 3. Electrons are 4, protons are 4. So you can observe here that atomic size is decreases as number of proton is increasing, because nuclear charge also increases as the number of proton increases. You can see here lithium 2 shell, beryllium 2 shell, all are having 2 shells. 2 shell, 2 shell, 2 shell, 2 shell, 2 shell. But atomic size decreases as we move from left to right. In a group, the atomic size of elements increases from top to bottom because the number of shells increases and the distance between the nucleus and shell also increases. For example, you can see here group 1 elements. Elements are hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium. We have taken as example. Atomic number of elements has been written here: hydrogen 1, lithium 3, sodium 11, potassium 19. Electronic configuration 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1 and potassium is 2, 8, 8, 1. Valence electrons. Number of electrons in outermost shells are 1, 1, 1, 1. So number of shell can be calculated by here. It has 1 shell. It has 2 shell, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3 shell, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from electronic configuration we can calculate number of shells. So as number of shells increases down the group, atomic size also increases. You can see here very clearly that in hydrogen this is nucleus and this is first shell. In lithium this is nucleus and this is K and this is L shell. So these are the shells. Down the group, number of shells increases and atomic size also increases. Art integrated activity. Students will carry placard of elements from atomic number 1 to 20, will write electronic configuration on it, and fit elements in blank periodic table. Classify them into metals and non-metals. You can see here sodium. Electronic configuration of sodium is 281. First 2 electrons enter in K shell, next 8 electrons enter in L shell, next 1 electron enter in M shell. So this is nucleus, this is K shell, this is L shell, this is M shell. Again size increases. Here potassium, atomic number 19, electronic configuration 2881. So this is nucleus, this is K shell, L, M, N. 2 electrons, 8 electrons, 8 electrons, 1 electron. You can find out here there are 4 shells, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as the number of shell increases, atomic size also increases. Again, we can find period and group of an element after doing its electronic configuration, as total number of shells will tell you about period. Total number of shells is equal to period. So here I have 4 shells, 1, 2, 3, 4 shells. So this element has been placed in 4th period. You can see potassium is placed in 4th period. Sodium has 3 shells, 1, 2, 3. So you can see sodium is placed in 3rd period of periodic table. Groups can be calculated by number of valence electrons. For example, if valence electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Valence electron, number of electrons in outermost shells. So group will be for 1 and 2 group, 1 and 2 valence electron group will remain same, 1 and 2. And for 3 plus 10, 13 group. For 4 valence electron, 4 plus 10, 14 group. So after 2, we will add 10 to the valence electron and we will find the group number. So we will find period number by total number of shell and group number by this way. 1 to 2 will remain same. After 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we will add plus 10. In your course, this is the method by which you can find out group number. Metallic properties. Electropositive nature. In a period, the metallic property of elements decreases from left to right. As the effective nuclear charge acting on the valence shell electron increases across the period, the tendency to lose electron will decrease. You can see here we have elements sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. These are elements of 3rd period. So these are metals. Silicon is metalloid and these are non-metals. So you can see here metals have tendency to make positive ion, non-metals have tendency to make negative ion. Even if you check the position of sodium and chlorine in periodic table, you will find sodium on left hand side and chlorine on the right hand side. Sodium make sodium positive ion, chlorine make chloride ion. So you can say where sodium ion is found, so Na plus is found. We have metal this side, and where chloride ion is formed, we have non-metal this side. In a group, the metallic property of the element increases from top to bottom because down the group effective nuclear charge experienced by valence electron is decreasing because the outermost shells are away from the nucleus. As the number of shells increases, so outermost electrons are away from the nucleus. Therefore, these can be lost easily. Means these can lose electron easily. Hence, metallic character across a period decreases and down the group increases. You can move this line like this from here to here. It is metallic character increases, and From here to here, non-metallic character increases. So metal gives electrons to non-metal and make positive ions. Example, Na positive. Art integration activity. In this activity, one student will act as metal, other will act as non-metal. The student who is acting as metal, like sodium, he or she can carry one paper ball as electron, other will act as chlorine with 7 paper balls. Metal will give 1 electron and become positive ion, and non-metal will accept 1 electron and will make negative ion. Both will make electrovalent compound by making a ionic bond in between them. Non-metallic property, electronegative nature. In a period, the non-metallic property of elements increases from the left to right. For example, in third period, elements are sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. So these 3 are metals, this is metalloid, and these 4 are non-metals. So you can see in periodic table that non-metallic properties increases when we move from left to right along the period. You can see here when we move from left to right, a non-metallic property is increasing. In a group, the non-metallic property of the elements decreases from the top to the bottom. For example, in group 6A, elements are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. So these are non-metal, these 2 are metalloid, and this is tin and lead are metals. So you can see that metallic property increases when we move from top to bottom along a group. Elements thus arranged show periodicity of properties, means regular increase or decrease in properties along the period or along the group, including atomic size, valency or combining capacity, metallic and non-metallic character. Students, this table 4.1 I have taken from your book 9th class book. This table is very helpful to find out so many answers based on this chapter. In this table, name of elements has been given. You have to learn names of elements from 1 to 20 for this table. You have to write symbols, atomic number, number of protons, number of neutrons, electrons, and distribution of electrons and different shells. Distribution of electrons means electronic configuration. So if you know electrons, number of electrons, you can write electronic configuration. If you know number of protons, because number of protons is equal to number of electrons, again you can write electronic configuration. To write electronic configuration, you have to show different shells K, L, M, N. You have to show different shells and you will arrange electrons in different shells. So, what is the formula by which you will fill electrons in different shells? So, number of electron in any shell can be calculated by the formula 2n square, where n is equal to number of shells. For example, for K, n is equal to 1. So, number of electrons in first shell will be 2 into 1 square is equal to 2. Number of electrons in L shell means number 2 shell. So, n is equal to 2. 2 into 2 square is equal to 8. In M shell, 2 into 3 square is equal to 18. N shell means fourth shell. N is equal to 4. 2 into 4 square is equal to 32. So maximum number of electrons in a shell can be 2, 8, 18, 32. So you have to do electronic configuration till calcium. Again, you can find out valency by if you know the valence electrons. Valency can be calculated from valence electrons. For example, if valence electron is 1, valency will be 1. Valence electrons are 2, valency will be 2. Valence electrons are 3, valency will be 3. Valence electrons are 4, valency will be 4. Valence electrons are 5, valency will be 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Valence electrons are 6, valency will be 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. Valence electrons are 7, valency will be 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. Valence electrons are 8, valency will be 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. You can find mass number of an element by total number of proton and neutron. This is another formula, and total number of proton is equal to total number of electrons, and you can find number of neutron by subtracting number of proton from mass number. Again, by distribution of electron or electronic configuration or valence electron, you can find that given element is metal or non-metal. For example, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 valence electron, 1, 2, 3 valence electron, then it will be metal. 4 valence electron, then it will be non-metal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 valence electron, then it will be non-metal. So after doing electronic configuration, you can calculate valence electrons, and you can also calculate metallic or non-metallic properties. So if valence electrons are 1, 2, 3, these will be metals. If valence electrons are 5, 6, 7, 8 and 4, then it will be non-metals. Students, let's recall all the things by taking an example. For example, if an element has atomic number 20, mass number 40, so calculate its number of protons. As atomic number is equal to number of protons, so number of proton will be 20. Calculate its number of electrons. Number of proton and number of electron is equal to atomic number, so all are equal to each other in an atom. Number of neutron is equal to mass number minus proton, so number of neutron will be 20. Electronic configuration, we can find out electronic configuration from number of electron or proton or atomic number. So electronic configuration is 2882. Valence electrons, number of electrons in outermost shells are 2. Valency is equal to 2. As valence electrons are 2, so valency will be 2. Number of period. Number of period is equal to number of shell. As there are 4 shells, K, L, M, N. First shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell. So this element will be in 4th period. Now find out the number of group of this element. As valence electrons are 2, so number of group of this element is 2. Is this metal or non-metal? If element has 1, 2 or 3 electrons in outermost shell, then it will be metal. So as it has 2 electrons, so it is metal. Notation of element. What is notation of element? Notation show chemical symbol of element, mass number and the atomic number. Here you can see this is chemical symbol of calcium. Atomic number is 20 and mass number is 40. Atomic number we write as subscript and mass number we write as a superscript. So this is notation of calcium atom. Again, next question may be write the formula of oxide or chloride of the given atom or element. So to write formula of oxide, we will just write symbol of element. If we have to write formula of oxide, then we will write symbol of element and oxygen. Then we will write valency. Valency of calcium is 2, oxygen is also 2. Then we will do crisscross of valency, and then after, because 2 is common in both Ca2O2, so it will be cancelled out and formula will be CaO. In the same way, you can find the formula of chloride of calcium. Again you will write symbol CaCl. Then valency of calcium is equal to 2 and chlorine is equal to 1. So after crisscross, you will find the formula CaCl2. Thanks for watching.